to It's Happening in Grand Prairie, Texas. We're so delighted that you're in our viewing audience, and with our wonderful, wonderful Chamber of Commerce. We're front and center with them today because great things are happening in Grand Prairie through the Chamber of Commerce. Lynn McGinley, President of the Chamber of Commerce, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Miss Ruthie. Thank you for having us.
And you have brought a beautiful and delightful guest with you today, Miss Sarah. And would you introduce her and tell us a little bit about the real Sarah? Would you do that?
Oh my goodness, please no. She has paid me not to do that.
Oh, I see. You're going to have to give up that.
Sarah Dudelic, we're so glad to have her join the Chamber staff. Sarah is a longtime resident of the Metroplex area.
Yes.
She is a Chamber professional, and we're extremely pleased and happy to have her now at the Grand Prairie Chamber of Commerce. Sarah is going to be our Vice President of Events. She came to us the Monday before Christmas in July, and 3 days later put on an incredible event. So
yes.
We're very, very pleased to have her. She's working now on the taste, and she's going to talk about that a little bit later. But the real Sarah, you know what? This lady sitting next to me is one of the kindest people you'll ever meet.
That's
and
wonderful.
I think that, that's enough said about anybody. She's just a genuine, kind person.
In Grand Prairie, Texas, we need all the kindness we can get, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I'm so glad y'all are here. What's happening for the Chamber?
Well, would you allow me first to thank our sustaining members, because without them, we'd be up the creek this year.
Yes.
I want to thank Encore Electric Delivery as our single gold level sponsor.
Yes.
I'd also like to thank JMH Printing, and Texas Trust Credit Union as our silver sponsors. Our bronze sponsors are B. Dunn and Company, the City of Grand Prairie Ford, Haynes and Boone, Lockheed Martin Missile and Fire Control, Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie,
yes.
Medical Center of Arlington, Nokia Theater at Grand Prairie, Sunbelt Self-Storage, Texas Health Arlington Memorial Hospital, and the Thompson Group Classic Chevrolet. And next month I hope to have an announcement to add somebody to that list.
We're going to add.
I hope so.
Isn't that
I'm
exciting?
We are, yes.
And all of those people that contribute above their dues and above all of the other activities that you have at the Chamber.
Absolutely.
Isn't that remarkable?
It is remarkable, especially in this economy. And the thing about these folks is not only are they giving of their money, but they're giving of their time, they're giving of their resources. And in addition to that, a lot of these are some of our largest sponsors at our events, even above their dues, above their sustaining memberships. So we are so fortunate to have these companies in our city and at the Chamber.
That's an exceptional happening for Grand Prairie.
It is.
Yes,
it is.
And for the Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely.
Keeps us going.
Yep.
Okay, all right. How are we going to handle this today? Are you going to let Sarah do any of the presentations?
You know what? I think I will. I think Sarah's going to talk about business after hours and the taste. So let me go through some of our monthly meetings, and we'll let her do the special stuff.
Good. That's wonderful.
Business Exchange Breakfast is August the 14th, and it's at 7:45 in the morning. There is no charge.
In the middle of the night. It's so wonderful that the Chamber of Commerce is bringing the people out.
In the morning. You know what? We try to have an event for everybody. We have events in the morning, events at noon, events in the afternoon.
Yes.
We don't expect you can come to all of them, but we try to set events if you're in a restaurant or if you're in a business setting, whatever, that there's some event you can attend to network and to grow your business.
I think you ought to call this the bonding committee, because y'all really bond businesses to businesses and et cetera, don't you?
We do, and that's a great name. Actually, we need to think about that. Our Great Texas Scholars Program, that's cyclical, and we're getting ready to gear up again. But first, I want to thank Veronica Hopkins. I will tell you that we were at the Chamber very late one night, right before Christmas in July, and Veronica was right there with us, working hard with us as the chairman of that event. And we put on a great event this year. We were disappointed in the number of auction items and in the number of attendees. However, we made good money, and that money will all go to our Great Texas Scholars next year.
Oh, it is.
So that's very exciting.
What a wonderful designation.
Yes. That's very exciting. We also, if you remember, received a grant from the Quality of Life Foundation and the Honorable Jim Swafford, and you were there to present that grant. We appreciate that, and I want to thank you for that here.
We're just so glad, and we just hope that Quality of Life group will make more money than they can even stand, and then we can share.
Well, and we appreciate that you're that generous. Also, we're getting ready to start the education committee up again because we're going to be getting ready to cycle back through our Great Texas Scholars. As you know, in September we'll get our qualified list and we'll be giving out their documentation. We'll be presenting the workforce readiness presentations, and then we're going to be doing the practice interviews again. So we're going to be coming to Grand Prairie citizens and asking if you're a professional and would like to help us with those practice interviews. If you just call us at the chamber, we would be glad to sign you up because we need help. Last year we cycled 400 students through.
Yes.
So if you know what that means some Saturdays, some long Saturdays, and some late nights. But we're proud to do it because of the things we do with the students, this I think is the most important piece.
I noticed that you have a STEM winder that is the chairman of that, I believe, Lila.
Lila Thorne, isn't
Yes.
she wonderful?
Yes.
We're so fortunate to have Lila Thorne as the Education Committee Chair. She understands our mission and she is a go-getter.
Yes, she really is.
Yes.
Very remarkable.
And let me talk now about our monthly luncheon, because every August, Tom Hart, which is our city manager, comes and talks to us. You know, his thing in Grand Prairie has been about creating raving fans through providing world-class service, and he has executed on that. So here we have a man who knows how to do it. He knows how to communicate it. He walks his talk.
Yes.
And we're so proud to have him in August to come and share a little bit more with how our businesses can benefit by the philosophies that he uses here in the city. And he'll be there on August the 19th at 11:30 at the Ruthie Jackson Center. It's $15 if you make a reservation from the chamber beforehand, and it's $20 if you come at the door. We do ask that you RSVP because we need to know how many people we need to feed. This particular luncheon, last year we almost didn't have enough food because people didn't RSVP. So I'm begging you to please RSVP.
Yes.
And
or bring
come
a
to
sack
that
lunch.
luncheon. Or bring a sack lunch. There you go, brown bag lunch. I don't think the
No.
Ruthie Jackson Center would love that from us.
They won't let us
so
in,
she
will
takes
they?
that back, folks.
I take it back. I take it back.
The last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to let
Before
the pretty
you
girl
talk
on.
about that, would
Yes.
you do me a favor? When you introduce Tom Hart, be sure and let everyone know that he has one of the most exciting television shows on Channel 16, and a lot of people don't even know that because a lot of people maybe don't have cable or are not interested in it. But he puts out one of the best shows with the help of Mr. Don Johnson, our gracious director here, and he's on Channel 16. And get a list of when he's on television, and I think he would really love that if you let him know what a fantastic show. And if some of us watch it 2 or 3 times a week.
Really?
And it's very exciting. It comes on 3 times a day and sometimes even 4 times a day. So.
Well, I've seen that show and I try to catch it. So what we'll do is we'll try to put that on the program so people can walk away with that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
We need to do that. Make
Yes,
him feel
ma'am.
important. What was the next thing I
He is important.
Yes, he is.
The last thing is, you know, we talked about this last time.
Yes.
On August the 12th from 11 to 1, we're inviting the original churches that helped us with the Katrina relief.
Yes.
To come and provide some kind of a grassroots effort to have a cooperative among the churches in Grand Prairie so that we can be ready if a disaster hits and we take on that relief effort again. And I've talked to Rick Harrell about it. He's going to join us in this cooperative, and we're going to work together as a city to make sure that not only our neighbors are taken care of, but the people that need relief and in the case of an emergency that we're ready to take care of them. And this is going to be August the 12th at the Terry Jackson Tourist Center. We're going to meet there at the meeting room. And so I'll have more to talk to about that once we formalize this committee.
Oh,
I'm
that's
really
a really
excited
new
about it.
outreach. That is wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
We do look for a way to engage all segments of businesses and all segments of chamber members, and this is our outreach to the churches.
Well, we want you all to be ready to do that because some of us have prayed for a small, gentle hurricane for South Texas that is suffering so for
From
a
drought.
drought. Yes. That it would just come in the back door and lay gently a lot of water on that area. So that's counteractive to the things we usually pray for. So,
But you know, you said a gentle rain. I think God understands that.
yes, yes,
And I expect that prayer to be answered
that's
then.
wonderful. All right. Are we ready to go to
Let's
Sarah?
go to Sarah.
Let's
and
go
I'm
to
gonna quit
Sarah.
talking.
Sarah, you're next on the list. All of this good stuff that we want to
Sounds-
talk about. You're first. What's happening?
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to report that this month on July 23rd, we had our regular business after hours that we have each month.
Yes.
The format of this one was a little differently. We called it our first annual Striking at Business, which was still the regular networking opportunity for members and non-members to come together and network and card exchange. But it was also with the bowling tournament, with the mini bowling tournament. We competed with 3 games, and I just first want to thank some of our sponsors that helped with that evening, if that's
All
okay.
right.
I'd like to thank Forum Bowl for hosting us for that
Yes.
evening. Their staff was incredible, and they did an awesome job. We look forward to working with them again in the near future. Also to Renee and Mike of Texas Roadhouse. They provided our meal that evening, and we had hot dogs and wings and chips and drinks, and they just, they said don't call it dinner, but it was a meal is what they provided. So we really appreciate them coming through with that. And then to our award sponsor, because we had to have trophies for our winners in the bowling tournament, and so we want to thank Don Goldsmith for providing the awards that evening.
Big banker. That's lovely.
Yes, absolutely. And then Alan Hughes of Traders Village, he emceed the event for us, and it was
He
so
is
great
great.
because, like she mentioned before, I had been here a week, I guess, and I said, who can I have? Who has a good voice? He doesn't mind talking to crowds and interacting with people and everything. And she goes, oh, I've got the perfect person for you. Call Alan. So I called Alan, said, hi, Alan, I'm Sarah. I'm new here. Will you MC this event for me? And he said, absolutely. And he did an awesome job. So especially want to thank him for that. And I told him after the event, I said, you're going to be on my speed dial for, for emceeing events because you did a great job. I also want to congratulate our winners of the bowling tournament.
Good.
To Pat Watson and her team at Prudential Lone Star. They came in first place. Second place was a combined team of a gentleman from AT&T, another from Beyond Web Solutions, and then another gentleman from Lewis Pools. They came in second. And then third place was our friends at Viewpoint Bank. So we were really excited to have, we had 13 teams total, and those were our top 3 that won the tournament. Then because it's a networking opportunity and this is an event for you to come out and talk about your business, we gave an award for Best Commercial. And that was a lot of fun because some of these teams put a lot of effort into coming up with their own jingles and everything for Best Commercial. So after we went through all the teams and they all did their commercial, we actually had to have a yell contest, to see, because it was so close between a couple of different teams. But the one that won that was Immaculate Conception School. They won the trophy for Best Commercial.
Excellent.
So it turned out to be a great event. Our next business after hours will be on Thursday, August 27th, and that's going to take place at Carlos and Carla's. And they've renovated the old Anderson Historic Building located at 1502 Houston Street. And they've renovated it. It's a place where you can have weddings or receptions or family reunions or anything like that. So I'm excited to see what all they've done with that building. And that's going to take place on August 27th from 5 to 7. And if you're interested in coming, please just call the chamber. Our number is 972-264-1558. And we'd love to have you.
Wonderful. You have 1.5 minutes to do the Taste of Grand Prairie according to our time schedule.
Okay, I understand. Well, I'm happy to say that in the past we've done Taste and Tour, and you may be familiar with that. And those of you that are watching, we've taken Taste and Tour and the success of that event, and we've just expanded on it, and we've added a community spotlight. And so we're calling it the Taste of Grand Prairie and Community Spotlight. It's going to take place on September 24th. It's a Thursday, and we're going to move it from the current location to Quick Trip Park, where we'll have plenty of parking, so that won't be an issue. We'll also have plenty of spaces for booths. And so we're inviting the public to come out and taste the best of what Grand Prairie has to offer. And it's also opened up to businesses. So, we're asking all of our plumbers and tree trimmers and house any type of businesses, bankers or anything, are welcome to purchase a booth and hand out material on their business. And that's going to take place on September 24th, and it's a Thursday. We're going to end the evening with a spectacular firework display. So
Wonderful.
It's going to be a big birthday party for the Grand Prairie's 100 years. So we're really excited about that. So if you would like more information, just call the chamber or at 972-264-1558, or email me at sarah@grandprairiechamber.org, and I'll be happy to send you information.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to
Complete,
it.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Just wonderful. You get the last shot.
Okay, don't forget us at www.grandprairiechamber.org. We are here to serve our community. We're here to serve you. So give us a call, and if we can help in any way to enhance your ability to do business in the city, we want to do that.
And the Chamber of Commerce is ready in any time of the day, beginning almost in the middle of the night to the middle of the night, very late, whether you're bowling or otherwise.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Thank
Something
you.
for everybody.
Thank you for caring about the Chamber and for the city of Grand Prairie. And thank you, Sarah, for being with us today.
Yes.
It's very exciting to have you on board.
Thank you for
and
having me.
y'all are both wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. And we'll be right back with the rest of our show.
Hi-ki-yo, get along, little doggy. Would you look at this mess? If I ever get my hands on the yahoos responsible for messing up these beautiful Texas roads, I'm gonna say, moo, moo.
I didn't know longhorns could talk.
Me neither.
Horses, I've seen horses talk.
And pigs, remember that movie?
That was a great movie.
I love that pig.
Welcome back. We're very excited. The Arts Council is with us full force today, and we are so glad to have them on the board. And we are very pleased to have the executive director. We're so pleased, Libby Clausen, that you're back and with a wedding message today. What's going on with the Arts Council?
I brought a special guest with me today. I'm so excited. We are in the midst of our Summer in the Arts, July at the Uptown, programming for kids and teens this year. Mm-hmm. And we started out the month with an orchestra camp by Children of the Strings. Then we had our children's production of Jack and the Beanstalk. And then we had a dance camp called Dance Expressions. And this week we're right in the middle of our art camp called Art Explosion. And I brought a young lady with me. This is Ratasia Thurman. And she participated in our Dance Expression dance camp last week. And this week she's participating in our Art Explosion. So I wanted folks to meet Ratasia and maybe hear some things that she's done this week and enjoyed in our camps and get them excited about next year.
Well, I've heard about camps of everything but an explosion, and that sounds very, very intriguing. We're so pleased to have you with us, Ratasia.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. And working with the camp and all of the boys and girls that came to you, what an excitement was that for you?
It was fun, and it was very exciting, and I loved it.
It's wonderful. And you live where, please, my dear?
I live in South Grand Prairie.
And you go to what school, please, ma'am?
Harmony Science Academy.
Harmony Science, that's wonderful. And at Harmony Science, do you have special studies there relating to your dance activities that you're promoting?
Not really.
Not really. Tell me a little bit about your interest in the dance.
Well, I've been dancing for 4 years,
Yes.
and it's been fun, and I just love it.
Oh, that is wonderful. All right, and you have lots of friends that like that as well?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And of all of the things that you did during this camp, what impressed you the most with the boys and girls that came to you to under your direction?
Well, they were all nice, and they were fun to work with.
And you had a good performance.
Mm-hmm.
Had a very good performance. Oh, that is so wonderful. Looking forward to doing more. Now, what's going to happen on the explosion?
Well, what we're doing, we're going to have an art show on Friday afternoon. When the camp is over, we're going to hang up all of the students' work. They're working on 4 different projects this week.
This is dance and art?
Last week we did dance, and we actually had a dance concert on the Uptown stage on Friday evening.
Oh.
And Ratasia and her sister Tyla is also in this camp as well. We had 7 young ladies in our dance camp, and we had 1 little boy in there as well, Joshua.
Good.
He was quite the star.
Yeah.
And we did an actual concert on the stage with lighting and sound, and Leela Bell was the instructor, and she taught them African dance, salsa and ballet, and jazz, and they put together a creative movement piece.
Oh, that
so
was
they got to
wonderful.
experience some dance that they haven't all done before.
Yes.
And this week, Kelly Gessner,
Yes.
who is an art teacher at Milam Elementary,
Yes.
has been teaching the students, and they are doing a weaving piece, a mask, a self-portrait, and a cut paper piece. And they're all working on those throughout the week. And on Friday afternoon, we're going to hang it all up and have an art show for the parents.
That's
when
the
they come to get
explosion.
student. That's the explosion.
Oh, that's
The
wonderful.
expression was the recital, and the explosion is the art show.
Oh, that is
And
real
Ratasha, I
good.
believe, is one of the oldest kids in the camp this week. So
That's good.
she's been a role leader in the class.
Well,
with
we're
the younger
so
kids.
pleased to have you on the show today and to get your experience. That's a wonderful, wonderful take for a young lady of your stature. That's great.
And we do hope this is going to be an ongoing program each year. So we
Good.
hope more kids like Ratasha will come out next year and participate in all 4 weeks of the camp at the Uptown next July.
Oh, that is really great. Well, I want to thank you for agreeing to come and be with us today, and hope you have not only a wonderful summer, but look forward to next year when you're going to be probably an experienced instructor.
That's
and
right.
In all of the things that happen in the Arts Council. That's good. Thank you.
And you know, Miss Ruthie, that's the way we're hoping to grow our audience and participants.
Yes.
Is kids like Ratasha coming and participating, and then perhaps coming back to be in one of our productions, coming to see
Yeah.
our shows. That's how we really want to grow our audience in Grand Prairie, is
And
starting with the kids
Yes,
coming up.
and you draw in their families and their
Absolutely.
grandparents and
Yes, ma'am.
all. Yes,
And we
that's
have also
good.
been able to offer scholarships this year. The kids that could paid the tuition. Those that couldn't, we scholarshiped because we didn't want to turn anyone away.
That's good.
So anyone who wanted to participate was able to come and participate. And we've just had a wonderful time up there.
Good.
We do have things coming up we want
All
to
right,
be sure
let's-
people know about.
Let's do that. You have a
'Cause
few more minutes.
Now that we have the Uptown, we are busy all the time.
Yes.
We do have our annual Open Juried Art Show, which is coming up September 13th through the 25th.
A tremendous happening in Grand Prairie.
Yes, ma'am. We really love the Open Juried Art Show. It continues to grow every year. We do want folks to know we are keeping that at the Memorial Library. Kathy Ritterhouse is a big supporter of the art show, and we love how many people get to see it when it's at the library.
Okay.
So it will be there again. We want artists to know it's amateur and professional. You don't have to be a professional to enter. Amateur and professionals can enter. The deadline is August the 18th. We want to be sure everyone gets out there. You can go to our website and get the entry brochure. You can call the Arts Council at 972-642-2787, and I'll send you a brochure.
Great.
And just enter before the 18th. And then they're going to deliver the work on September the 10th and the 12th.
You all right?
We'll hang it all. We'll have an opening reception. We'll announce the winners, and then the show will be up for 2 weeks in the Memorial Library.
Oh, that's perfect, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. We're very excited. We usually have between 30 and 40 artists.
I always
and this
like
year,
I like the reception.
it is very nice. We always have music and
Yeah.
food. It's very nice. Thank you. We do enjoy that opening reception.
Will you have Children of the Strings?
I sure hope to. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. If not the whole orchestra, we will have some of them. You bet. Tuan Nguyen and some of those talented kids.
That's good.
And we do want people to know we are also incorporating celebrating Grand Prairie's centennial in the art show.
Oh,
So we have a category called Grand Prairie, My Hometown. And we need to remember this is our adult open juried art show. We had our student art show back in the spring,
Yes.
connected with the festival. This is for adults 18 and over. But we are going to have a category that Amy Sprinkles and the city are going to help sponsor the awards for.
Great.
Grand Prairie, My Hometown. So that's a whole extra category folks can enter their work in.
that's wonderful.
So we're
And
very excited.
we need to find someone to purchase all of those things and give them to the city for this celebration. Wouldn't that
would
be
great.
good?
I would love that.
That
Yes,
would
ma'am,
be
that
good.
would be great.
All right.
And then we also want people to know in the middle of all this going on, we also auditioned for Godspell, which is our fall community theater production. Matt Batts is our artistic director, and he's put together a marvelous cast of 14 or 16 young people
Yes.
between ages 14 and in their 30s to be in
Oh.
the show. It's going to be a fantastic, high energy, exciting show. The first 2 weekends in October will be Godspell.
Okay.
And we have some great pricing going on for that. We're trying to encourage youth groups from churches in the area to come.
Okay.
So if they will contact the Arts Council, we have special pricing for youth groups to come and see Godspell.
Good. That's wonderful.
So we are right in the middle of a very busy season at the Arts Council.
Okay. Right in the middle of the busy season. I'm going to hold you in abeyance a moment. I was afraid maybe that you wouldn't have time to tell everything, so I wouldn't give my announcements before, but I have 3 wonderful community service announcements. You'll excuse us for a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Save the date. We have 2 dates for you to save. September the 26th, Elvis at the RJC benefiting United Charities. Just write the date down and say, I want to save this date, and we'll tell you more about it because we're going to have them on the show. Also, save the date for the Gem and Mineral Show. It's coming up September the 5th and through the 6th. It's going to be at the Arlington Convention Center. We're going to have them on the show. Save the date. And finally, the Parliamentary 101. Anyone that has been elected president of a club during this season and going into it in the fall, you need a little touch of parliamentary procedure. You can get it by calling Jim Monahan, 972-642-2792. There is a $20 investment in learning a little bit more about parliamentary procedure, and it's going to be at the Grand Prairie Family Bible Church. Those are the three wonderful announcements, to save the dates and the other Parliamentary 101. And now back to our wonderful guests. Now, bring us up to date one more time. Is there anything else? Do you need members of the Arts Council to help you with all of these things that you have forecast for beginning now until the end of next year?
You know, Miss Ruthie, we really do. I have a hardworking board of directors that I work for, and we really could use more volunteers and members, and you don't have to be on the board of directors to be a volunteer. We have so much going on, and we need, in addition to the volunteers that serve at the Uptown, we have our own volunteers that work with our theater productions. If anyone would like to volunteer to work on one of our programs or events, or to help us out in the lobby of the Uptown when we have theater events there, we could really use the help.
Do they have to be a member of the Arts Council to do that, or can they just volunteer out cold?
We would love just to have them volunteer.
Cold turkey.
Would love to have members, and it's as low as $40 to become a member.
Yes.
But certainly, anyone can volunteer. And if you'll go to our website and let us know you want to do that, or call the Arts Council at 972-642-2787. We would love to have more volunteers, because I'll tell you, I'm working my board of directors to death with all the events that we have going on.
Good. That's wonderful. Well, do you think we ought to really give Ratasia an opportunity to invite people to be practicing on their dance for next year?
I'd love for them to tell kids Ratasia could tell the kids why they should come be part of our art camps next summer.
Yes.
They should come because it's fun, and it's a chance to learn new things, and it's always a great time to come, and
and you're going to enjoy them when they come, and you're going to teach them some brand new dances, right?
Yes, I am.
Good. We're looking forward to that. Well, I want to thank both of y'all for being here today. God bless both of you, and thank you for this. And this is Ruthie Jackson reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie, Texas, and aren't we happy that we have the Arts Council and an outreach? Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching our show.